We're back. Didn't think we'd ever be back. Didn't think we'd come back to this, but we did. Here we are. Hello, welcome. Yes. Dumpster fire ensuing Twilight Renaissance still going strong somehow. Very surprised, but very happy about it. My name is Serena, and I like Twilight in the year 2020. It's just been a really tough year for everybody. We all have our own coping mechanisms, you know. I could have definitely turned to, like, something that's detrimental to my health, you know, like drugs, alcohol. You know, I could have gone the exact opposite route and, you know, started like a new hobby, or maybe started exercising, cooking, like eating well. But no, I've re-entered my Twilight phase. Thriving, honestly. Mental health skyrocketing. I'm doing so well. So well. At the end of my last video, there was this huge announcement that Stephenie Meyer had made on her website. Had a countdown timer, and everyone and their dog was positive that it was going to be Midnight Sun, and that ended up being true. We did end up getting Midnight Sun, which, if I'm going to talk about that, needs to be a whole other video, because I'm bringing you my No Nuance November top 3. The first one we're going to start off with was that Twilight is not that bad. Okay? Listen. Twilight wasn't that bad. It was a really interesting paranormal romance story. It kind of defined its own microgenre. There were several other stories that kind of copycatted off of this idea. Not plagiarized, not stole, but utilized the mortal human average person falling in love with paranormal, superhuman-esque type creature. So because Twilight was honestly the blueprint for this micro-genre of teen YA paranormal romance fiction, it's a defining pillar of just YA romance. In my opinion.
How do you know what's good for me? That's my opinion!
Okay? Not bad. Not a bad thing. Not bad. You haters of Twilight don't actually hate Twilight. You just hate women. So my second opinion of my No Nuance November spiel is that if you are Team Jacob, you are trash. And now let me preface this by saying, pre-second half of New Moon forward, if you're Team Jacob, that's great. But I'm letting you know now that that wasn't a thing before the second half of New Moon. Honestly, it's Stephenie Meyer's fault for ruining him as a character, Jacob as a character. Because honestly, the second half of New Moon and Eclipse was Jacob's slander. That's what it was. I'm just saying that's what it was. There was no need for a love triangle. Twilight did not need that. We did not need a love triangle. We also didn't need Chucky Esme, but here we are. The differences between Jacob's character and his positioning as Bella's friend from Twilight and New Moon, once Stephenie Meyer appropriates a real tribe of people and, you know, horrendously slanders them and says that they're animalistic and turns them into werewolves, that's a different topic. After that happens, if you are Team Jacob, you need to do some reflecting, honestly, true. I get it. You can be attracted to Taylor Lautner, but the character, Jacob Black, after the middle of New Moon forward, she's not a great character. Not only does he, sexually harass Bella, kisses her without her consent, continuously oversteps his boundary as her friend, and continues to push for romance, even though that's not what Bella wants. He falls in love with an infant child. My third opinion for No Nuance November is my, the hill I'm gonna die on. New Moon, the movie and the book, wasn't that bad. In fact, in my opinion, as a Twilight expert, New Moon was the greatest book and movie. And I know all you Team Edward people are gonna come at me like, but Edward's not in it. That's what makes it beautiful. New Moon, for me, was kind of this breath of fresh air. I'd never read anything that invoked that deep sadness before. You know, it could honestly just be because I'm a Pisces and I like sad things, and I do enjoy crying, and I do enjoy being sad a lot. The aesthetics the golden tint, the way that all of the characters look absolutely perfect for their roles. Like, first of all, we need to pause on that. Every single character, except for, like, Rosalie, she did not look good in that movie. They all still looked really not alive like they did in Twilight, whereas in Eclipse, the whole continuity thing really just hit the fan and was gone. And I am like the biggest Team Edward fan, okay? I am. He looked the best in New Moon. Even though he was in it for approximately 5 minutes, okay? I get it. But that's another thing. The physical absence of Edward in the movie doesn't make it not about him, because his emotional presence in Bella's world is so heavy. He's with her throughout the entire movie, as is she's with him, even though they're going through this really angsty breakup thing. It's just so good, okay? And we get Founding Father Jacob. Okay, this fit and this wig, iconic. New Moon is superior. New Moon supremacy gang, rise up! Rise up! The soundtrack for New Moon slapped harder than any other movie soundtrack, including Twilight. And I stand by that. I stand by that. Sorry, I said what I said. Superior. Just happens. Those were my top 3 No Nuance November opinions about Twilight. I have so many more. These are my opinions. You are entitled to your own. I look forward to hearing your No Nuance November opinions about Twilight. Although if they're disagreeing with mine, I don't want to hear it. I want nothing to do with it. Thank you for watching this, whatever it is. And I will see you, hopefully not in 6 months, hopefully in less than that, if I make another YouTube video. But thank you so much for being here and for being a Twilight fan in 2020 with me. I would just like to add one more thing to my No Nuance November, specifically to Stephenie Meyer. We do not want a book about Jacob and Renesmee's relationship in the future. I don't care even if you add Leah Clearwater to that list. I want nothing to do with it. Nope, nothing. Nothing! Nothing!